Well, hey again, everyone. This is Bob from Bosrox DIY Solar. And no, this isn't going to be a solar video. I did my last solar video on the last video because my solar system's done and there's no need to do any more on that. So I got all the spare time on my hands now that that's all done, so and nothing to do. So I figured, well, I guess I'm going to take up gardening. So I spent the last couple of weeks of intensive garden channel watching to see what the latest and greatest things that people are putting in their garden to give them the strongest gardens they could possibly have. And after watching all that stuff, these are some of the things that I found that gardeners are having a lot of good luck with. So what I'm going to be adding to my garden soil and the peat moss that I'm putting in is right there. I got a bag of worm castings, and I got some phosphate, and I got some azomite, and some humic acid, some sulfur, some kelp meal, and everybody that's using this stuff is raving about it, this biochar. So the only thing is almost everybody is taking this biochar and mixing it in with their compost and letting it develop that way. But I thought it would be a lot faster if I just took all that stuff right there and just threw it in a barrel like I did here, and just put some water in it, and then take a little mixer like this and hook it up to my drill and just blend all that stuff up and let it ferment there for a couple of weeks before adding it to my soil, and hopefully that'll do the job. But you guys are the experts in this thing, and you can let me know if I'm going about it the right way. But anyway, so over here is my my first raised bed garden that I built, and luckily I had all the lumber I needed to build it, so it didn't cost me anything for the lumber. And another good thing is most of the wood in here is teak wood. I found some real big lengths of teak wood on a job about 15 years ago, and it's just been laying around in my yard for 15 years, and the stuff is still about as good as when I got it. Now, that teak is some tough stuff. But anyways, so I'm starting out by just putting a bunch of leaves in the bottom of it, and then over here I've got my peat moss, and I sprinkled that with some lime to raise up the pH, because as everybody knows, peat moss has got a pretty low pH, and a lot of vegetables don't like to grow in that environment. So, and then I found a place online. They call themselves Blended Earth, and I checked around in a couple places that deal with this stuff, and they say this is excellent stuff. But anyways, here it is, and it's like semi-moist right now, and it's like really crumbly. It's it's not sticky or anything, and the smell of it is just it's just amazing. It smells like really good earth. So anyways, I'm going to be getting all this stuff mixed up and thrown in the bed. And the only other thing that I'm waiting on is something I can't pronounce too well. It's called microbial something, some kind of fungi. And I'm going to put all that in there, and that's supposed to be a good amendment to put in there to take all the nutrition out of the soil and feed it to your plant roots. So I'm going to let this sit over winter and ferment and do what it needs to do, and hopefully by spring all this stuff will be ready and super potent to start growing some nice veggies. So anyways, if you see anything here that's out of place from what should be done, just leave some comments and let me know maybe a better way to do something than what I'm showing you here. And come next spring when I start planting, I'll start updating on this garden here to see how everything's going along, and to see if what I did here is going to work out good or not. So anyways, stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.